I actually got this out of a book, this education book that I read at one point, and it talked about making kids bored, because once they get bored, they start to do interesting things. So there's a response that I'm sure I'm not the only parent that's ever done this, but when a kid comes to you and they say, "I'm bored," because they're whiny and they're children and they want the easy way out. They want you to hand them an iPad or something. Well, and the answer that I like to give them is, "Wonderful. That means you're about to do something amazing." And it's true. And almost every time, you say that enough and you just let your kid go out there into the world and be bored, they will do something amazing. They'll also possibly destroy your house in the process, but they will do something amazing. And I cannot tell you how many times I come back after telling them, good for you for being bored, and finding cut up cardboard all over the house, or all the dishes out with paints and other stuff. And it's incredible. Kids will actually go and do stuff if you force them to figure it out themselves. They can't help it. And we're the same way. If you cut out these things that keep us placated, we'll go and do pretty amazing things. I remember this guy that I once knew, and he was older. He was a Vietnam vet, and not that this has anything to do with Vietnam. He was telling me about his childhood and all these little toys he would make back in, I guess this was the 50s or 40s or whatever. And he was talking about, oh yeah, well, we couldn't afford this, and so we got this little can and we put this thing in here and it turned it into like a car. And I'm like, oh my gosh. How'd you guys figure that out? I mean, apparently, kids talk to each other and they learn things, but the creativity of that period of time was pretty astounding. And that's not the only time I've heard some of the older generation talk about it, because kids are naturally curious and they want to learn about things. And so do we.